Hey ladies and gentlemen, today's video is all about Instagram makeup, aka drag queen makeup. Yes, I know what you guys are all probably thinking right now. You're all going, what do you mean drag queen makeup? All these Instagram techniques that we've seen lately, all the heavy highlighting and contouring, the overly faded brow, the overdrawn lips, the cut creases on the eyes, literally all drag queen techniques started decades ago. And the funny thing is, I see girls all the time saying, oh, I can't keep up all these new makeup styles and techniques. I dare you to walk up to a drag queen and say, oh, do you love Instagram makeup? I love Instagram makeup. Guarantee that drag queen will pull out his 9-inch cock and slap you right across the head with it. Could you imagine so many drag queens being angry right now these days and thinking, what the fuck? Nobody does their research well enough, so they're not aware of these things. So that's one thing you guys should be thanking me for right now, is for teaching you that all these techniques are drag. Now that I've got that out of the way, you guys are probably all going to crucify me by the end of this video, but whatever. So yeah, I do have a love-hate relationship with Instagram makeup. You know, I love the glamour side of it. I think it's very glamorous, it's very pretty, it's very photographic. And that's one thing we need to remember as well. Instagram makeup is photographic makeup. It is so full on and so heavy that it actually photographs great. But in real life, I can guarantee 90% of people walking past you thinking, isn't the Mardi Gras over yet? Things I don't like about Instagram makeup. A couple of things I don't like about Instagram makeup. Main thing is, I hate how it gives unrealistic expectations. Not everyone has that perfect round almond big eye shape that can pull off a huge wing liner. Now, everybody has got really plump, nice lips already, which when you overdraw emphasizes them even further. But anyway, so that's probably the number thing is unrealistic expectations. Not everybody's gonna look like that, not everybody's gonna sit that. Number two, I don't know, I just feel like there is a time and place, like I said before. It's not needed every day. Number three, Instagram makeup is one of those harder makeup trends that you need to really nail. When it goes wrong, it goes incredibly wrong. I'm talking that shit is heinous. These are a few things in my video that I want to cover today, and what I think is do and don'ts of Instagram makeup. Mainly don'ts. Actually, these are going to be all pretty much don'ts. Without further ado, I'll get cranking. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to talk about is highlighting and contouring. But before we start, I need to put on this full coverage foundation. So the first thing we're going to talk about is Instagram highlighting and contouring. There is nothing wrong with highlighting and contouring. It's great. But it's when shit goes wrong, like I'm about to show you, when it's not okay. Yeah. Draw that shit on like it's tribal fucking makeup. When it's just kind of fat, I want to turn that shit from a size 16 to a size 0. Oh wait, my lips are already huge, but why not to make them fucking bigger? So now you guys know the trick, we're just going to blend everything in place. Don't forget to draw Jesus' cross on your forehead, because I'm sure Jesus is so proud of you right now. I've got a beard, so I can't really highlight underneath, but we'll give it a crack anyway. The issue that I have here is how much layers of product we're putting on the face. It's not so many layers of product, it's more so how much layers of full coverage product we're putting on. So at the start, I already used a full coverage foundation, like most of you girls use, actually, like probably 90% of you girls, because I always see, oh, what's the best full coverage foundation? I want my foundation to cover up a fucking crime scene. Okay, cool, fair enough. But if I'm using that full coverage foundation, and then we're going in with full coverage concealers to do that contouring, and another full coverage concealer to do the highlighting, it's like fucking stacks on, okay? So it's full coverage foundation, and then it goes into full coverage concealers to highlight and contour. That's full coverage on top of full coverage. Okay, already shit is starting to escalate so damn quick, but it gets worse. With all of this going on, I honestly would just grab some translucent powder and just set everything in place. But no, you girls want to take it 4,000 steps too far, and you want to start baking the shit out of your face. Baking, in case you guys are wondering, is when you grab a heavy amount of powder and place it everywhere I am not saying there's anything wrong with baking because I actually think a bit of bake, it looks pretty good. It does make your makeup last a lot longer in place. But it's when you guys start taking baking too fucking far. So let's just add more fuel to the fire and let's add another huge layer of product, which you guys all know what I'm about to do. I'm gonna bake baby powder. There is a reason this shit is invented for babies' arseholes and not for your fucking face. Look, even by reading the warning label, there's already red flags rising. Avoid contact with eyes. When you bake, we're going to be baking right underneath the eye area, okay? So cool, if you guys want to go blind and ruin your corneas, then that's your prerogative. Keep baby powder away from nose and mouth, which can cause the breathing problems. Okay, cool, so if you guys are going to start putting this shit on your nose to bake it and around your mouth area, don't be surprised when you guys start dying of asthma attacks, okay? It's full of talc. It's literally talcum powder. It's not good for your skin. Alright, let's go and have a history class for a second. I'm going to take you way back, like 400 years ago. So we'll go back to the 1500s, I think it was. You know, back when Marie Antoinette, the Renaissance era, that sort of thing. Do you guys remember when everyone used to have white faces? Because white symbolized your social status, the whiter the were, the richer you were, blah blah blah. They used to use lead in that shit. And they used to plaster it all over their faces. A lot of them were poisoning themselves and dying because they were smashing lead all over their faces. We're pretty much in the same category. But look, hey, if you guys want to keep using baby powder to bake, then go for it. But don't be surprised if in 10 years, 90% of the female population start dropping like flies because they've poisoned themselves with baby powder. Baby powder is not the only weird thing that I've seen girls use to bake. I've seen girls start to talk about baking with corn flour. You know, the shit you get from your fucking pantry. Corn flour, what the hell? Your face is not a piece of cornbread that we're trying to bake, okay? It is a face. Let's stick to using products that were designed for your face. What's next? Using your menstrual cycle as fucking red liquid lipstick. But for today's video, I thought might as well, since we're on topic, show you how to bake with baby powder. Okay, so you're gonna get your baby powder and then you're gonna do this. You see that? Don't fucking do it. So now I'm going to bake with something that is actually used for baking, which is just setting powder. Smash that shit on. Okay, so now we're gonna let this cook for about 176 decades. See, I'm not fully against baking because I have done baking before and it actually does work. It does make everything last a lot longer and make things really, really matte if you do have excessively oily skin. The problem is when people start over baking and leave too much powder on their skin. Might as well just leave it. Let's just leave this ridiculously highlighted because otherwise what's the point, right? Okay, so now we've got full coverage foundation, full coverage concealer to highlight and contour, 4,000 kilos of powder on your face. Oh wait, we need to set the contour, right. We're going to make shit look like a fucking Snickers bar. And then girls want to go in and smash it on. How do you guys didn't even fucking blend as well? What the hell is that? Oh, wait, we're getting there. That's starting to look pretty good. Nice and blicky, as the Instagram Bible says. The third Instagram commandment. Thou shalt always comment photos saying on fleek. I forgot to contour powder the nose. Make it look nice and skinny. Because if your nose doesn't look like it's suffering from bulimia, then you're not doing it right. While we're on the road of escalation, don't even know if that's a word, but it is now. So I'm going to take things further. And I'm going to apply some powder foundation now. Alright, underneath the eye. Because I want to make this look more highlighted, more natural. The heavier it is, the more natural it's going to look. Fucking natural, they reckon. Oh yeah, and there's another thing, the overuse of the word natural. Natural, natural, natural. This will make it look more natural. This will make it look more natural. Natural, 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 natural. God. It's like some people have a natural Tourette syndrome or some shit. Alright guys, summary time. So we got full coverage foundation, full coverage highlighting contouring using concealer, getting an extra layer of coverage with that baking powder. Even though it is translucent powder, we've used that much, it has literally given us another layer. Oh, and then going back over with some powder foundation just to brighten everything up and make it look more natural. I lost count at 72 makeup layers. Next merry topic is Instagram blush. So let's just... Girl, you just look like you came back from the snow. Look at you looking like Snow White. Snowy thought more like it. This is not okay. This is not okay. Highlighter that makes the skin look like you're radioactive. The Instagram brow. It wouldn't be an Instagram makeup without the Instagram brow. You know the brows that I'm talking about? Those mammoth eyebrows that are so in your face. Look, if I raise my eyebrows like that, they look like birds that are flying. The overdrawn Instagram lip. Literally looks like a baboon's asshole. I see girls who have these beautiful, massive lips already, who feel it is necessary for them to go and ridiculously overdraw their lips, and it does not look real. We can see your lies. We can see all that bullshit around, because I can still see your lip. This is not necessary. Drag queens do this. Drag queens overdraw their lips and then use a completely different shade of lipstick in the middle to make it look like huge. But what I do think is necessary is that you take all that money that you spent on lip liner and completely different lipstick shades to your lip liner and put it in the collection plate at church, and then get on your knees and pray to God for forgiveness. Because this shit is sin right here. And the last top on the Instagram makeup is eyelashes bigger than my future. If I frown the slightest bit, my eyebrows and eyelashes have intercourse. Too much. And then you got people like me who have hooded eyes, who have to do all their eyeshadow and all their work, and then you put on lashes like these, and you can't see anything. Anything. What a waste of time. And money. And dignity. And then you see girls commenting these makeups like, yas girl, like contour on fleek, eyebrows on fleek, pussy on fleek. Bruh. Oh, the best one is, get it girl. What exactly is she getting? Because with makeup like this, the only thing she's getting is chlamydia. That is why I personally think Instagram makeup needs to stop. You have literally transformed yourself into a deceiving human optical illusion. This is brujeria. This is witchcraft. Take this whole video with a grain of salt. Like, I'm only just pretty much, this is just really taking the piss. You can literally do whatever you want. I don't care, I'm not here to judge. I'll let God do that. Well, I'm gonna go wash this off because I'm wearing more makeup than Bobo the Clown. Well, that pretty much concludes my Instagram video makeup. Just to save my ass again, it's just my opinion and what I think. You guys are all entitled to wear this. Because yeah, you're entitled to your wrong opinion. That's all I can say. I'm just kidding. But anyway, thank you so much ladies and gentlemen for watching. If you like this video, don't forget to subscribe, like, thumbs up, or do over that YouTube love that you guys want to give me. But yeah, until next time, I shall see you. Alright guys, I'll see you later.